today? Happy Thursday. I hope you all are doing super well. Let me know what's going on. It is
It was gorgeous.
it was gorgeous here today. It's fine right now. It's like the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
It's going to storm later, which is
Oh, hold on. You've lost your face.
my face.
Give me a moment.
What are you guys here for if not my face?
I do not know what's going on. Okay, there we go. It just
Am I
randomly
back?
cut out, and now we're there.
Hello again, everyone. How are we doing? Yeah, it's gonna storm. That is sad. But anyways, let me know what you've got going on. We're gonna have a super fun little chit chat today, and if you guys want to, we can test out the extra large print and cut. We're gonna chat a little bit about the Cricut update, answer some questions. Becca was on it.
Oh, gosh.
On it.
Give me a
What
second.
was it, Saturday? Oh, is the camera still?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. You take a second. Can they still hear me, though? This? Here you go. Hang on, guys. Hang on, guys. I restarted it today, too.
It's the cord. We need to get a new cord.
We've got to get a new cord, guys. Oh, that looks funky. Wow.
All right. We'll change out when you want to change your screen. We'll figure it out. This is
You
what
can
happens when
reference
you're
our video
live.
if you need to know
Yeah.
how to do this.
Yeah.
We'll just chat about it today. That's fine. No. Oh, Rach, you're green. Micah, yeah.
Not now. We got it. We got it.
We can hear you. Thank you guys so much. So, hello again. If you're brand new here, sorry about the first couple seconds of that. It's never a full week here at Oak and Lamb if we don't have some technical difficulty somewhere.
Correct.
I filmed an entire video the other day only on the overhead camera because I was waiting on Becca because I can't do anything without Becca to get here to help me fix the camera because I could not get it to focus and I could not. So I filmed every part of the video except the intro and outro. And when she got here, I was like, I couldn't fix it.
Also, we filmed 20 minutes of a flock talk on Tuesday, only to discover we never actually pressed record.
I'm very glad that we...
No, we did press record, but the external hard drive wasn't attached.
Nothing.
Well.
Me. I was so out of it. I felt like a pile of poo-poo. And I didn't even... If the hard drive isn't plugged into our software, when you press record, nothing happens. So I did my job except for nothing was plugged into it. So when I pressed record, nothing happened. But I was so out of it. I was miserable. You guys would have just been like, this is the most boring flock talk ever because all I was doing is praying I could get out of here and get to the clinic. So I'm glad that we get to refilm that flock talk because now I'm in a better mood. I have more energy, so I'm excited. Plus, we have more points for the flock talk than we had that day.
Yeah.
Which, if you didn't know, the flock talk is going to be trends we wish would die. So, yeah. But back to today's video. If you guys are brand new, my name is Rachel Langston. I'm so glad that you're here. The voice that you hear is Miss Becca Oakes. She is, as well as I am, an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb. And today we're going to chit-chat a little bit about the brand new Cricut Design Space update. Becca rallied on Saturday and threw a video out for you guys. It was a fantastic video. And she came in here and filmed it for you. It was so nice. And we got it out to you Saturday night. We premiered it, and it was so exciting. But in the midst of all that, you might have questions. So we're here to answer the questions as best as we can. I have my speakers up, and I can't hear Rachel. Did you turn...
Your levels are in the yellow, Rachel.
My levels are in the yellow. Sorry about it. We also have a sleeping baby, so I'm not trying to scream.
You're talking normal,
today.
though.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is it my mic? I don't know. We'll work it out. So, print and cut. It's bigger now. What do you need to know about it? What questions do you have? Becca will help me in making sure we're answering your questions to the best of our abilities. We don't know every single thing about it. It's beta right now, which means it's not like official launch to the world. Here it is.
To my knowledge, Cricut hasn't actually made any official comments
Announcements
about it.
yes. Right now
Again,
it's in the
to my
beta
knowledge.
version. And everybody can have the beta version of Cricut Design Space. It is the easiest thing in the world. If you're in Design Space, if you're around Design Space, if you're on Design Space. go to the hamburger menu, which is like the three little lines in the top left corner of the screen. Click it. Go down to settings, and right there it'll pop up like how you have it. And there's beta and there's live. Okay, live version is the one that Cricut has officially launched for worldwide use. Beta is the one where you can get, it's a little glitchy sometimes, but you do get early access to different things that Cricut's like trying out. So if that's something you want to do, that's how you get there. We do have a video about it that Becca made on Saturday. So if you want to see that, you can go click on it. I can get you the link if you'd like to see it. And you can see the screen of Becca going and switching from beta to live and back and forth and all that. So if you're a visual learner, you can see on that video. That will also be the video that you can watch to see this demonstrated. However, if you've ever done print and cut in your entire life, it's exactly the same. Borrowing? Other than, I'll switch my wording.
Barring.
Thank you. Barring a few little changes, which is you can print and cut huge. Look at this. Is this not gorgeous? Stunning. And this isn't even technically as big as you can get it. I guess it is. I don't know. Anyways, the biggest that you can is an A3 size sheet, which is 11.7 by 16.5 inches. That's big, in my opinion. That's pretty big. So there's a couple things that you need to know about it. Number one, it's still beta. That's one thing I wanted to make known. Still beta. It's not 100% official out yet. Number two, if you want to take advantage of this, there is something you have to do. You have to get a printer. You have to get a bigger printer. If you don't have a big printer, you won't be able to take advantage of this. If you're in the market for a bigger printer, I did link the one below that we purchased the other day that is a pretty darn good price. So grab that if you're in the market for one. Let me see. I just had to reopen Design Space because it wouldn't even open the program. Is that common? Sometimes it does that. Again, sometimes it's a little bit glitchy. Yeah.
Your mic is facing sort of down. Can you angle it towards down? That might be helpful. Thank you.
You let me know.
Okay. I have you almost all the way up.
Should I take my Bob Barker thing off and see if that helps?
Maybe. I mean, you can use my mic too.
How's that? Let me know. I think all that does is, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend that I know. I think it just helps static. I don't know. Okay. Let me know how my levels are now that that's off. I'm talking at a completely normal volume. Let me make sure everything's plugged in right.
I mean, you're in the yellow, so I don't really know. I'm not lying. They're saying
Was on. I think I pulled it out of my pocket and turned it off because my mic was on. I promise you I checked it.
you talked the entire time. It was in the yellow. I've been watching you.
So did I just turn my mic off?
You must have just turned it off. They said it's better.
Okay, because I was pulling my mic out of my pocket just then. I think I turned it off when I did that. Okay,
How
let me
big
know.
does the printer need to be, Shauna?
Good
That's
question.
a great question.
So to take full advantage of this, it needs to be able to print at least A3 size. Now, the printer that we have, that we purchased, did we get the identical one?
I got the
Same as that?
7820, which is like if you put them side by side, I could not tell you the
Okay.
difference.
So we got another printer, basically identical to our sublimation printer, that can print 13 by 19. What is that one? I don't know. But A3.
A4?
A4? I think
No.
A4.
Crap.
A3 is at least what you need. Yeah, A3 is at least what you need to be able to take advantage of the new print and cut feature. Now, there's another little PSA type of thing, and that is that Cricut could come out with changes or revisions to this as time goes on. Yes.
A3 plus.
A3 plus.
Or it's B something. Yeah, there's different. We just say 13 by 19. It's
13,
easier.
Yeah. Ours prints 13 by 19. But as I was saying, Cricut could come out with revisions or changes, or they could retract the whole thing. We honestly, since Cricut itself as a company has not came forward with any kind of official comments on this, it could be taken away like that. So we're kind of stuck between, oh, it's so exciting, let's buy all the things and let's do all the things. But Cricut could take this all away if something happens or if they can't get the bugs figured out, or I mean, who knows? So it's totally up to you if you want to spend your money for a big printer and XYZ that you might not be able to utilize. Might is a very slight chance. I would say this is one of the best updates Cricut has ever done, honestly. Like, no clickbait, no cap. I think that it's one of the best choices they've made as a company. Me and Becca were just talking earlier about better decisions they could have made as a company as they launched this, but we won't even get into that. Okay, is there any more questions? Let me know.
Yeah, B3, A3 plus, Super B. There's so many different
Super
words
B,
for
that's
13
the
by
one that
19.
rings
Yeah.
a bell to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing, you might need a bigger printer, okay? If you don't have a big printer, you might want to grab one if you want to take advantage of the big printing cut opportunities here. Now, number two, materials, printable materials for said printer is going to be hard to find. Probably
So
for a
hard.
while. Now, in the printer world, because there's different worlds. There's a Cricut world, there's a sewing world, there's, you name it, there's a world for it. In the printer world, it's going to take a long time for the manufacturers of printable products to catch up with the Cricut world's update. Does that make any sense? So it's going to take some time, probably a couple months, for manufacturers to say, hey, all of these Cricut users in the Cricut world want printable products, so let's start making printable vinyl, printable, heat transfer vinyl. Let's start making all of the things in this bigger size so that the Cricut world people can take advantage of it and buy our stuff and we can make money. So hold on to your hats and be patient, because it's probably going to take a while for manufacturers to produce materials for the bigger printers that we get. Now, that being said, there are also materials that are already like A3 size that you don't need to purchase. That you might be like, oh, well, I finally found one. Let me just go ahead and get it. Me and Becca came across, 2 or 3 today? I think Becca came across 2 or 3. That she was like, I get that this is A3 size, but it's just not practical. Like, why would you need this? So that's something you need to think about as well before you dive in and just purchase it. Is it something you want to do? Is it something you need? Is it a material that's going to be able to be useful to you? Think about all of these things.
Let me talk about this really quickly, because I typed out a response, and if I put an emoji at the end, then it just puts the emoji as my response. It's really annoying. I don't know why. Anyway, Micah said, if I switch to the beta version of Design Space, do I need to calibrate my machines? Which is a great question.
That's a good question.
The groups suggest that you do that. We switched to beta, did not calibrate our machines, and are having 0 issues. However, if you switch to beta, do a print and cut, and it's not coming out correctly, then calibrate your machine. Yeah. I think the second part of that question had to do with the Joy, and the Joy does not calibrate since it doesn't do print and cut.
Yeah, it's not equipped to do that.
Great questions.
Good questions. Great questions. Also, just talking about calibration, another really quick thing. You'll hear just about everybody say, calibrate your machine, monthly or something like that. We don't calibrate it until we see a problem, and we use our Cricut on a pretty much daily basis. So, yeah, we've had machines that needed to be calibrated every time we've used them, and we've had machines that never needed to be calibrated. So it's just kind of a mixed bag there. Okay. I was surprised to see New Fun have theirs ready to go. Yes, Mary, I know. They seem to be on the ball here. I'm going to check my mic one more time.
No, it's that I was too loud, and then I was too quiet, and now I'm too loud again, and I'm just going to sit back and maybe not talk.
Okay. Yeah. To be fair, to be honest, most of this mic stuff is my fault because I broke my wire. What was that? Like 3-4 months ago, probably. And now we have mismatched wires on our mics. So whenever we're doing like Flock Talk or pretty much anything, the mics sounds are mismatched, even if they're on the same exact level on our software over there. So on our soundboard, my fault, honestly. Okay. Materials are going to be hard to find for a while. You guys know this. You might have went around and perused a lot. Becca did a lot of research today about materials that she could potentially purchase for us for a brand new printer. We are going to have some really fun videos coming out next week, both live and pre-recorded for you guys about the new design space and diving in with a printer and some materials and all that good stuff, so stay tuned for that. Now, let's talk about the practicality of the new update. Is it super practical? Let's talk about some things, some pros and some cons about it. So pros, number one, you get to print and cut bigger. That's great. You're not as limited if you have, we always talk about this, shirts. Let's just say t-shirts, for instance. If you're using printable HTV and you have a 4X shirt and an extra small children's shirt, you can only print and cut, you could, up to 6.75 by 9.25. Well, now that's much larger, so you can place material on shirts that fit the canvas, fit the shirt much better than beforehand. Now, some downsides, I can think of a couple. Number one, you need a bigger printer, which is going to take up space. If you do not have a studio like we do, or an office space, or what have you, you might not have the room for a new printer, or you might not have the means to get it. So the money for it, it's going to be another investment, and odds are you have a smaller printer already. So do you need two of relatively the same thing? Also, let's talk about ink. You're going to use a lot more ink now that you're doing larger print and cuts. This one, for instance, is actually a really good example. That's a lot of blue that we used here. This is a lot of blue, okay? You're going to be spending more money on ink because you're using more ink. Now, I do think that there needs to be something noted about being intentional with what you make when it is this big. There can be too much of a good thing, and one of Becca's mottos is more is more, not more is less. However, I want to say I don't want to see 10-inch print and cuts on a onesie for a baby that are just like wrapped around. Like,
I kind of want to see it. I'm not gonna lie.
like, be practical with what you use this on. I think it'd be so easy to go overboard on what you use this big thing on. You're gonna go. The power's gonna go.
Full
to your
wrap
head.
onesie.
Full wrap. Be practical, people. Be practical. Okay, then the next
Rachel,
thing.
now we have to do it. Well, we could make a title. What you shouldn't do with larger print and cut.
Yes, number one is like full black mat.
God,
Just
yeah.
the printer just taking 8 years to just print a whole sheet of black. Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, the last point that I have here, and again, I'm such an overthinker and a critical thinker. So when things like this happen, I think of the smaller things that maybe people don't think about, and one of them is how many 12 by 24 mats you need now.
Right.
Which is more than you have. We have two.
We have one green, one blue, and one purple, and we need a new one of all of them because I ruined all of them.
Oh well.
They're all ruined.
That's okay. But
except for
with
the
this
blue.
update, it's like
Have to get another
We
one.
need some new mats.
Yeah.
So as well as stocking up on 12 by 12 mats that you have, make sure you're stocking up on 12 by 24 mats because you're going to be needing them, especially depending on what material you have. You need different strengths or grips of your mats. So stock up on those. Throw them in your Amazon cart. Don't buy Cricut. This one's Cricut because they were having a sale when we purchased all of these goodies. But
Well, and we had a nightmare getting all our Cricut stuff. Remember, like the account, we wanted to spend thousands of dollars because we were literally opening up the studio, and it took weeks for them to get our account right. You want to know why? Because there was an ampersand in our name. Come to find out, it was the flipping ampersand. Anyway, they ended up giving us like a store credit and like a 10% off our entire first purchase. So we bought all this stuff.
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. But don't buy them full price. They are, especially the 12 by 24s, they are going to rob you blind. So click the link down below. I have linked our favorite standard grip 12 by 24 mats. And then when you click that link, you can also go and get the light grip and the strong grip. So go down there, click that, grab some mats, put them in your Amazon cart. You need to do that. But let's talk about the fun. I want the next few minutes to have you all put in the comments what you have been waiting for, what you've been dreaming about with this new update. What projects are you going to make? What are you going to do? Let us know. I can't wait to hear your all's thoughts because I think that sometimes we get inspired by you all just as much as you get inspired by us. So let us know what you are planning to do, what you're going to make, and then help us all kind of help each other get super inspired on what we're going to make with this new amazing update. I'm sure Becca was planning on big things for this. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's sublimation because we didn't have the correct printer.
Oh, it's sublimation.
So
Okay.
if we put it on something, it would be
backwards.
backward.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. But no, when Becca saw this update, she was like, I'm going and I'm printing it out, and all we have is our sublimation printer. So this was printed on sublimation paper. It was sublimation ink and all that good stuff.
Yeah, the only large paper we had was also sublimation paper.
True. Okay. Becky, use more of the paper for print than cuts. Also get smaller registration marks. The registration marks all are smaller now as well.
They're just in the corners,
they're
yeah.
like little ticks in the corners now instead of a whole box around it. Hubby wears 4X large shirts, so it's great for bigger shirts. Yes, Renee, like I mentioned,
yeah.
I love that because especially with print and cut, a lot of times with regular heat transfer vinyl or sublimation, well, not with sublimation, that's a lie. With sublimation, you're not limited with color at all, but you are limited with type of shirt, mostly poly. So with regular HTV, you are limited with your color choices. So I love that with like print and cut this big, and then with like a printable material, that you can do it on a large shirt. Large party signs. I love that, Jen. Party signs would be super fun. Yes. I want to make a spare tire cover for my Jeep. Look at you guys. It's flowing. All this amazing inspiration's flowing. I love it. You don't need a larger printer to utilize the new print and cut. Just being able to use 8.5 by 11 is a benefit. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you can definitely print a little bit larger with your regular printer, but we're talking about with the max benefits of it. You would need a larger printer if you choose to do that. We're not saying it's a must-have thing. I won't have to move as many things out to Photoshop to print. Will work great for the doormats. Sublimation. Yes, Mary, I love that. So sublimation doormats, that would be great. And what she means is she can actually use Design Space as the software instead of having to pull it somewhere else to print it out because there's no size restrictions as bad as there was before.
There was a great question. The wide format printer that we have listed uses pigment ink. Most pigment inks will smear and not completely dry on inkjet compatible products. Are you having this issue? We actually have pigment ink in our Canon, or at least one of them is pigment, I know. And we've never had any issues with smearing. However, I need to look into it. Let me know if you know. The cartridges that you can get refillable cartridges for the printer that's listed, and so we could get a different ink to put in there. You can get like a pigment-based ink, I guess, or the dye-based ink.
Yeah. Good question, though.
Yeah.
You guys are asking great questions today. I only have one at 12 by 20 format. Linda, see? That is, that's one of our problems because we honestly, I don't know if we haven't used our 12 by 20 formats a lot, so we're gonna have to grab some and stock up for sure. But there are pros and cons to this new print and cut feature. I'm really excited about. I'm excited about the opportunities that we have with it now. I'm excited about not being super limited on things. I think the benefits definitely outweigh the pros outweigh the cons here for sure. But again, we have a printer. Becca, you said it's coming today, right? Our printer's coming today?
Yep.
We have a printer coming today. We have some materials coming over the weekend. And yeah, it's going to be great. We're going to have a lot of really great content and products and good stuff. You coming over here? Oh, you want... Okay.
She just wants my good mic. This is all your fault.
And you make a comment when I can't even defend myself.
You're turned off. I've hated that mic since we got it. Now I got to find a new one. Turn it on, Rachel.
You did.
Yes, I did.
Was that a test question? Were you testing me to if I was going to take credit for you turning on my mic?
Now you're in the red.
Now I'm in the red?
My mic is so much better than yours. We're going to get it fixed. We're going to order another one. They're like $400. Buy our membership.
What?
Yeah.
Did you find the cord, or did?
Well, I'm gonna have to call, or I'm gonna have to email. I'll email that one company that we purchased this replacement for and see if we can just get the original one. Because we don't need the pack. We just need the cord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys what happened to it? It was actually not, because sometimes when you're in a rush, like you go to the bathroom and like if it's in your pants, a lot could happen. But I was actually running to go switch the camera, and these are tables that raise and lower, so there is a handle on them. This handle was pulled out on the table, and it was like the perfect twist of fate. This right here, this loop, got caught right over it, and I just walked right by, and it just, boom, just popped all the cords out of the base. I mean, one fell swoop. It didn't rip them. It wasn't like a snag. It just popped them right out, and I was like, oh my gosh. But thank goodness I was the only one here. I think Becca was like on vacation or something. So I texted Fred.
I was in Texas. Yeah. Yeah.
No, this was before Christmas.
Yeah, in Texas. I was in Texas in October.
Was that before Christmas? Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, hey, Becca, I broke the mic. Ooh, it was bad.
Well, okay. Ruth asked a question, and
Ruth.
might need help understanding. When you have an image that has a lot of blank space around the picture, okay, I got that. Can you print with the plain areas off image of the print? Oh, no, unfortunately you can't.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yes. So Design Space, it's very interesting. Design Space sees I don't know how to explain it.
Like entirety of the plane. There's, imagine a square around it. It has to be like a perfect square.
Yeah.
So it's not like it can be oblong or like an oval. It sees a square around the image. So as long as this is, there's a square here, then there's a line here. It's not like it can kind of move around the.
I'm going to talk loud because I don't. However, I think, I'm wondering if I put a small image right here and attached it, if attaching it would make it work right here. Otherwise, it looks like the box is, like the size is like this. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if you attach it, that would work because it would think that it was.
I think so too. I'm going to try it right now, actually.
Good question.
We'll see. That's a great question.
Good question.
I'm looking now.
Let us see. Good questions. Good. Ask all the questions you've got. Yeah.
I didn't tell you. Mark's in Knoxville, near well, he's not near Crumble Cookie, but I told him he needed to make himself near Crumble Cookie.
Good.
Because they have a New York cheesecake cookie.
Now, do Crumble Cookies, do their flavors change every week?
Weekly.
Okay.
Rachel, you knew I had like issues because I had heard that Crumble Cookie was just a big letdown. Every time I've been, it's just better every time I go. Me and Becca. I like really sweet things.
Becca has I wouldn't say a sweet tooth because it's not like she sits around and she's like, must have sugar. But when she wants something sweet, or I wouldn't say that. Becca can eat sweet things that I can only tolerate like a bite of.
I like rich sweets.
She's like, oh, this is delicious. And I'm like, I need to go to the dentist.
But Rachel, a New York cheesecake cookie would not be super rich.
That's true. That would be, I love cheesecake because it's almost like sour.
Yeah.
Sour.
Yes.
Like not bitter, but you know.
It's not super sweet.
No, I love cheesecake. That sounds good.
Anyway, Kat, I am getting the New York cheesecake cookie. I will let
How
you
much
know.
are they? Is one cookie like $4 or something?
Roughly. I think
is it more than $4 for one cookie?
I got 4 cookies for $13, but I can't eat one cookie. You know.
Me counting on my fingers right now.
It's a little over $3.
Okay, that's not bad.
I can't eat one cookie at one time.
I pay for quality.
Normally I eat one cookie in 3 settings. They're huge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I did not know that we had a crumble cookie even anywhere close to us.
We have 2 in Knoxville. Are you wanting to share your screen to talk about?
I was, but it's
We
not.
can. I can
it's
throw
not
it
a
over there.
necessity.
It's not a big deal. I'll give him a beautiful look at the kind of crafty camera too, and then we can throw it over there. I'm currently trying to pull up Cricut Design Space to test out that theory that we just had, and it wanted to do an update, so it's going to take me a while.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I just think it would be fun to look in Design Space and we can all chat about it. Although you're probably going to get the update that I did. I'm on 27.1. No, yours is already updated.
I don't know when mine updated.
We have the same one.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What I was saying before, to change it, if you wanted to go to beta, are you over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. You just go up here to the little hamburger menu and click settings. And right here, it's application experience, beta live. That's it. We just clicked beta. That's all we did. Now for this, I'll just show you the visual of what it looks like. You see this little kind of caution symbol here. Now this right now is 15 inches by 10.31 inches. It still says caution. So let's click it. And it says image is too large for 11.7 inches by 16.5 inches, A3 size paper. We have detected that the mat size for this shape is 14.5 by 9.95 inches. So you can auto resize or change the paper size. So let's just click change paper size so that we can see the paper that we are able to work with. Now you can see it says 8.3. We have A4, letter, legal, tabloid, A3. 11.7 by 16 point. Yeah. So those are all your options, which I think is neat.
The answer to the question, can you fill the void by attaching, is yes.
Yes.
I just did.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah, great question.
Okay, click done. Now for this, again, you'll still see this little caution symbol. Honestly, what I think is the most handy thing to do is go ahead and like size it humongous, then go over here and click auto resize.
I love that feature.
Just click on. I mean, you can pop this sucker in here 30 inches if you want to. Just click auto resize.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit over here or watch these and be like, okay, 6.75 by 9.25
Right.
and make it look, smaller and smaller. Just click it and go.
No,
I mean,
if you
it's
know that
super,
you want it
super
to be
simple.
3 inches, then just make it 3 inches.
Of course.
But yeah.
But that auto resize button, like, let me show you
it's
again.
beautiful.
You see that? We're going to click it. Auto resize image. Just, as we would say, stupid easy. It's super,
Well,
super
and
easy.
I think in particular, it's really convenient for odd shaped things like
I
the
agree.
glue gun.
I
Like
agree.
the glue gun.
Yes.
Never forget. Yeah. Well, never forget to rewind. But this was actually made never forget for the generation who has no idea what a
VHS.
VHS is.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. We won't forget the VHS days.
No. And then to show you guys what the registration marks look like, I think I do have to connect to my machine, but I'll just show you what those look like. Look at this. First of all, this is huge.
Massive. Look at that.
But look at the little registration marks. They're little V's on the sides instead of a full box. Also, I think they print out thinner, which is nice and handy as well. But yeah, look at that. We can click continue. We're going to connect. If you guys want me to, I can go ahead and cut this out. I mean, I don't care.
They're going to want you to.
We'll see if the printer will cooperate with us. We'll send this to our printer, which I have to switch. This is not the Canon. My heaven.
Rachel.
What? What? That's the 7840, right?
Yeah, the 7710 was Maker's Gonna Learn.
1, 2, 3,
The
4.
9500 was 2. Why are they on there twice though?
Series 2? Series? Is it a fax?
No, it's not the fax. It's the just try the regular series, not the series 2.
Use system dialog. What does system dialog do? It's going to allow you to print this in the best quality ever. I'm going to say this, especially if you're printing this big, do not skip this step.
No.
This is going to be huge and you're going to be able to see every imperfection if you do not click. Maybe we should do a video about comparing how humongous they are, and if you don't click best quality
You're
versus
going to see
you
the
do,
lines through it.
you're going to
Definitely with it
see
that big.
everything. So click print. This is going to show up behind us. Sorry about this, guys. Let me click that too. There it is. Now you're going to go from normal to best. I'm going to select to feed from our rear tray. Epson. Okay, let's see if this prints for us. It's printing. Becca, you chose the right one. Yay.
If you're done over there, then I'll switch the cords back.
Yes, please do.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you.
Remind me to order.
I'll do my darndest. That is printing. That is printing.
Good.
Crumble cookies are cookies that try way too hard. Less is more for me. I'm a Toll House girl all the way. I love a good Toll House cookie.
Oh, me too.
I make homemade chocolate chip cookies often. I make them often. I love a good homemade chocolate chip cookie. The problem is the dough only lasts for like, I'm going to say like 5 days max. You really don't want to mess around when it comes to homemade cookie doughs and like the raw eggs and stuff. But I love cookie. I love Toll House, honestly. I think it tastes extremely similar, my homemade recipe at Toll House.
Tammy, the printer that we have coming is actually listed in the supply list below. It's the Epson Workforce 7820, which is basically the exact same printer we use for sublimation. We love it. We can put our own cartridges in it, our own ink to refill if we want to. And we already know how to use it. And I found it for $230 on Amazon, which was a steal. So I just went ahead and grabbed it.
I thought this was almost done printing, so I walked over
Yeah,
here.
not even close. Not even close. Crumbled chocolate chip cookies are gross because they use milk chocolate chips. Rachel, you like milk chocolate chips, don't you?
Who said that?
Who do you think?
Was it Kat?
Of course.
Kat, you're on my list. You were off it for a minute, but you're back on it. You're on my list. I mix semi-sweet and milk chocolate.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah,
I
I
mix.
like that
If
too.
it says 100% semi-sweet or 100% milk, I'll go halfsies. Halfsies. Like my recipe is 12 ounces of semi-sweet, and I do 6 ounces of milk and 6 ounces of
Is a bag of chocolate chips 12 ounces?
small bag. You can buy a huge bag. This could be a friggin' flag.
Yeah, could be.
Never forget. Okay, we're gonna pop this on here, and I'm probably gonna do what Becca did. First of all, I gotta cut this thing.
Right. The funny thing to me about all this is, Rachel, you picked a design that could just be cut by hand. It's not intricate at all.
Do you have to?
Except for those corners.
I feel
Those
like you
corners
could've
would
went
be
without saying that.
to do.
I have to trim this, Becca. I'm not good at trimming things.
Oh no, you should have trimmed it beforehand.
I'm not cutting it.
I'll cut it. I'll do it.
Can
I'll
you
trim
trim
it.
it?
Yeah.
I got what I wanted.
What's it supposed to be?
I don't know.
So, did you do the A? Which size did you do?
A3.
So 11.7 by 16.5.
Yeah.
Tell me the truth.
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay.
Did you hear the judgment that I was getting? You girls are hysterical. I love watching you. I remember the very first time you worked together way back.
That was a train wreck.
How so?
Our first live together. Because I was so nervous.
Oh, your first live. Well, Becca didn't know she was going live. She thought she wasn't going live. God love her. She was lied to. If it's not a quarter or half an inch, I don't. Oh, look, these are half inches. No, that's 0.7. Did I make it too big?
No, it's okay.
Did I make it too big? I wasn't even going to share my screen because we fixed the cameras. I could blame you for this.
Yep.
Yeah. Do the Jeep cut file. We're not wasting any more ink or paper. Plus, this live is going on an hour, and for probably two months, we've tried to make lives 30 minutes, and it's never happened ever. So next time I'm going to say, no, Becca, I don't want to share my screen. We're going to go. Everybody have a great day. Bye. Because now Becca's over here trying to work some magic.
The problem is that I need it to be even, so I'm going to have to cut off this side and this side.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Because this is a 13 by 19 piece of paper, and it thought that it was 11.5 by, so it centered it.
I see what you're saying.
You ruined it.
Sorry.
You're not sorry.
No, I'm not. No. Deb, that's what she means too, her very first live. That's what she means. Oh, Mary, she said, I started watching just after Becca joined and you were an instant hit with me. That's sweet. Shh, she's doing math in her head. I don't do math at all, so you're doing great. Go well. Christy, who wants only 30-minute lives? Definitely not me. That seems to be the consensus with you all. That is true. Even though we also give you 30 to 45-minute flock talks of us just laughing and talking about completely random things, you still... that looks great to me. Can I not just put it on there like that?
No, it's not 11.7 yet.
Does it matter on that other side? Does it really matter?
Well, it won't fit on the mat because it's wider than the mat.
Yeah, I totally knew that. Yeah. Can you tell what our strengths and weaknesses are? This is why we get along so well. We're going to get done. She's going to be like, you're an idiot.
No, I'd say it on the live.
Well, haven't you yet? Do you think you just don't want me to feel bad?
Oh, I'm trying to do math in my head.
Oh, sorry. She's too busy doing math to insult me.
Okay.
Yes, I don't remember voting for 30-minute lives. Yeah.
Who said that?
Micah. You can leave that out. You just leave it all. I'll clean up. You've done enough. You've done plenty. So now with this freshly printed, we're just going to throw it on our mat. We're just going to throw it right on the mat.
This is why it's important to buy materials that are already sized appropriately. So we found some rolls of printable vinyl, which were 17 inches by 10 yards. And I think I bought it. But here's the problem.
I think I bought it.
You have to, well, because I bought so much, you have to cut it down. And that's frustrating. Like, I just want I want HTV Ront to make a printable vinyl in the.
Did you ever tape this down on the side?
I had to tape it down, yeah, because that mat is so
I had some tape in it.
used. You complete me.
Or does Becca complete me? Who's the one?
Well, Leslie said she completes you, but I was just saying it.
Well,
you know the movie? You complete me.
But who has the originality? Is it Becca who completes Rachel?
Rachel, I'm 11 years older than you. You complete me.
Don't say your age. You are young. You are young. One of my other insanely good friends just turned 28 yesterday. And I asked her if she was getting AARP flyers in the mail. That is a joke. Don't take that. Don't take it, people. But I was joking with her, and she was like, no, not yet. And I'm like, well, I mean, they'll help you save some money. But she said no. And then she said, you like to hang out with the older crowd, don't you? Referring to Becca. It's like, yeah, I mean, I got to keep her young.
For some reason, when I first got married, I was 19, right? When I got married.
19, yes.
19. And for some reason, I would get AARP mail sent to my mom's house with my name on it. It was AARP or Humana or something. It was something for older people. For a while, I did.
For what?
I have no idea.
That's funny.
But Rachel was crafting live before Becca, so Becca completes Rachel. Rachel was crafting live before me, yeah. I was crafting before Rachel was born, so I don't know.
Does
I don't
what
know
you were
how it
doing really
goes.
count as crafting?
Yeah. Ask my mom about the quilt that I made. Yes, it does.
Okay. Now let's see if all of my hard work is going to allow this to cut.
I gotta be honest, Rachel. I'm nervous that it won't find the registration marks. Right?
It's probably not going to find them.
Which will be a good test.
I actually don't know because it looks really good on the.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, I tried really hard to do math in my head.
What
but
setting did you use for that? Like medium cardstock or something?
Oh, just copy paper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm finding it. Hard.
You wouldn't have to cut the vinyl down for the new silhouette. That will cut 24 inches. It will do print and cut at 24 inches? Wow. I just am not
You all
a fan
can,
of the quality of silhouette machines. Like, I don't know. I haven't played with one in about 2 years, but they just don't feel sturdy.
I
They
was
feel
gonna say in a respectful way, you guys can sing their praises all you want to. We will not be purchasing a silhouette machine probably.
I just don't love them.
It's not as
I don't love the cutting.
We can still say the Cricut and the Cricut software is the easiest to use. It's the most user friendly.
No, if you want to design cut files, then Silhouette Studios is an amazing program. It's a great program. And I'm not saying that Silhouette is a bad machine. I mean, you can do great projects with it. But of the two, I feel like Cricut is a sturdier machine. Now, are they a little behind on print and cut sizes and some of their technology? Yeah, they are. Hopefully they will join the club and figure that out. I don't mean to bug you because I know you guys do everything and are so busy, but I was thinking about rhinestones and wondering if you'll get into it. So in sorts, yes, we will. Probably not like the actual pictures where you like pick them up and individually do them, like, you know, painting with rhinestones. Probably not that. Although I'm not going to like discredit or cancel out just anything. What's it doing? Why did it cut in the middle? What? Anyway, but we have a fun, which I need to order that stuff, Rach. We didn't order that, did we? All that rhyme stuff? Okay. In sorts, yes. I was 19 when I started dating my husband 40 years ago, married 38 years. Brenda, that's amazing. But Silhouette has more options up to 10 feet long. Yeah, you can do that with the Maker. You can do long cuts if you have the Smart Materials.
Does this smile look good?
It looks amazing. Do you not like it?
Yeah.
Did it cut out good?
Yeah.
I don't know how that registration mark worked out. How massive
because your
that
cutting
is.
skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look how cute. What should we put this on? I'm kidding. This is also sublimation, which means anything we put it on will be backwards.
The StarCraft Solo will cut matless and huge. Yes, Renee, I was super interested in the StarCraft, like very interested, really impressed by, you know, the look of it and everything. And I've reached out to them and they never, ever contacted me. I was so sad. Because let's be honest, I mean, we can't, while it would be nice, I mean, if all these companies sent us machines, we would review them and learn them and demonstrate them for you. But these machines are not cheap. And we just, at this point, cannot afford to purchase tons of machines just to review for you all.
Now, we can do lots of, like when we dabble in UV resin and screen printing, things that are easily attainable, we love to master and learn to be able to teach you how to do them. But just like Becca said, at this point, we can't, there's only two of us. And we have big plans for our membership and big plans for content and big plans for the company. And we have to move forward in those ways.
And eventually we'll be in a spot where we can do that. You know, when Anna comes on, when we have enough income to bring Anna on, that will free up some time to be able to do some stuff.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, We need subscribers. We need members. We need all that stuff. It will happen. We've been a company for a little over a year, and we are so thrilled with our progress so far.
Oh my gosh, honestly,
Yeah.
18 to 24. I was reading something. I wish I knew the exact statistic. A couple months ago, I sent it to the girls. But in the first 12 months, more than half small businesses that start fail. And the small percentage that succeed do not see any like income that doesn't make ends meet, like just, barely float until 18 to 24 months. So, I mean, just with those facts alone, we're doing excellent, and it is completely and solely and totally because of you all, and we can't thank you enough for that. Every like, every comment, every subscriber helps us so much, and nothing helps us like buying the membership. And for those of you that are watching who already have your membership, first of all, thank you. You help keep our lights on every single month, every single year. Thank you so much. And if you don't have a membership and you're looking into it, if you love the way we teach, if you love our personalities, if you want cut files or a commercial use license, or if you want the great Cricut course we have, if you happen to get a Cricut over the holidays and you want to master that and get that great workbook, if you want access to our exclusive online community over on Facebook, which is most of our members' favorite perk ever, join the membership today. You can use the code BEMINE, BEMINE. For our Valentine's Day sale, you can get $35 off of your very first year with us here at Oak and Lamb. We love welcoming new members. We love growing our community. This is something that me and Becca found a passion in, and it's such a blessing to wake up and to get to see that passion continue to grow every single day in us and in you all. So join today. You won't be sorry. We have some great things in the works, and we hope that you'll join today. Be part of the flock.
Hey everyone, I'm working on a big paid project. I wish you all had fonts. Yeah, so we've talked a little bit about this. We will likely, I'm not going to say never, but we will likely not do fonts because...
Why, Becca?
Because it's not very profitable for us. And
or for you.
Well, okay, to be honest... To legally obtain the rights to a font to put on your website for free commercial use, it's super, super, super expensive. Could I go and not legally obtain them and put them on my website?
Sure.
Absolutely, I could. I'm not doing that.
No.
But there are lots of websites where you can get free commercial use license for fonts. And so it's so easy to obtain them individually for you all that we just decided that we were going to channel our energy and resources into other things. Yeah. But
I would be so bold to say, don't pay for a font. There's almost always a website where you can, at least for personal use, you probably can get any font your heart desires for free for personal use out there somewhere. Now, legally for commercial use, you might have to pay a super small fee or just use it personally. If you're not interested in selling your projects, or if you want to gift them to somebody, that is never anything to worry about. Do not pay for fonts. Don't do it. I mean, fonts are free. Go find some
make sure that they do
fonts.
include a commercial use license if you're selling stuff with
Yes,
them. Yes,
please do. Do not steal someone's stuff. That's rude.
I purchased Silhouette Studio Business Edition to use with my Glowforge since I've been trying to learn the software and have found these functions on the Silhouette, but I have and use a Cricut. Yes, the Silhouette Studio software is really, really, really good. Miss Shirley also actually started creating cut files using the Silhouette Studio. I believe Beth also did. And it's actually really interchangeable with what we have learned and teach in Illustrator and in our Illustrator course. So I am an advocate for Silhouette Studio. I think it's a great program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And also, I mean, just talking about designing, I don't even think we've talked about it in probably weeks, but Becca did pour her heart and soul into an Illustrator course, and it is an exceptional course if you are in Silhouette Studio and you're like dabbling in, creating cut files or graphic design, and you're curious to go a little bit deeper into that area. Becca created a course, 33 very detailed, very great, explanatory videos in that course. that'll teach you everything you need to know about creating your own cut files in Illustrator. This is the third time Becca has created an Illustrator course, and she has just perfected it more every single time. So this is like cream of the crop, exceptional course. I think the link is down below. If it's not, let me know if you want that link. I'm happy to post it in the comments or in the description after the video. But it is an exceptional course if you're wanting to learn Illustrator. Okay, let me know if there's any more questions. Yeah, let me know. We're gonna wrap this up. Becca, thanks again for the save. This is cute. Next time I'll pay attention to that sizing.
You know what? I didn't even think about this. We have a friend from Italy. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
First of all, I feel that Cricut could help clear up the measurements issues by putting A4 and A3 in centimeters, and then they give the description of them. I didn't realize that if you were in different countries that it didn't convert to, because they don't, inches is not, it's more of an American measurement.
Hang on. I think there's a setting for that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So what is it? Empirical versus metric. Yeah.
So,
but if you change it, does it also change for those? Hold on, I'm looking right now. Metric. Does it also change it for the descriptions in print and cut? Let's look. It does.
Okay.
It does.
Are you over here?
No, because it's not connected.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Go.
If you
Go
need
to the
help,
hamburger
we can help you.
Go to your hamburger menu. Go back to settings, just where we told you to go. And there's 4 options. There's general, canvas, load type, and notifications. Don't let that overwhelm you. Go to canvas, the very second one, and you can switch at units from metric to imperial. There you go. As soon as you said that, I'm like, I know there's a setting for that. I know I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah. Great. I love that though.
Yeah. Again, if you hadn't asked, we wouldn't have been able to help, and you would have, thanks for asking. Thanks so much for asking.
There was another comment I wanted. Why is there no super chat option? Kristen, we wish we could have a super chat option. We did have it at one point and we loved it. We had lots of amazing donations from you all. You guys are super generous, but it takes out 30%. And we just felt like while we were benefiting that 70% from, we couldn't justify basically throwing 30% away of you.
That you guys work way too hard for your money, and you probably thought we were getting 100% of it, which is why you were so generous with it. However, I mean, again, the selfish thing to do would be keep Super Chat on and just pocket that 70% and say, thanks so much, guys. But basically, we just love you too much. We did not want to do that.
We do have a Venmo.
We do.
If you want to, and we can, as things come through, if you wanted to do that, then we can shout it out for you all. That is so amazing. Our Venmo is Oak and Lamb. It's spelled out OAKANDLAMB.
Yep.
And that is so sweet. Carla asked, are you all working in beta or live? We like to work in beta because I love what's coming next. It never really bothers me that it's glitchy. I'm the same way with my iOS for my iPhone. I'm always wanting to know what's coming up.
Yeah.
Whether or not it works with my apps.
Yes. Because again, like I said, if you're just joining, this big update is in the beta. So there might be some revisions, there might be changes, there might be retractions when it comes to an update quite like this, because again, beta is they're testing it out. So we'll see what happens when the setting hopefully goes live sooner rather than later. Melissa, no ampersand.
No, hold on. I think I can get the actual link for you. Give me just a second.
I think she was making a funny joke because of the Cricut website.
Good grief. I'm telling you. It got heated there for a little bit.
But you know, it does that. Isn't Amazon a little finicky with their ampersands too? I think that they are. Would there be an issue if you went from beta to live? No. I mean, there would be an issue as in you wouldn't be able to use the new print and cut feature. But if you mean like glitches or something, no.
Kristen, oh my gosh, she just sent us $50. Oh
my gosh.
Thank you so much. That is so sweet.
You are literally the sweetest.
That is so sweet.
You don't know
really
what that
appreciate
means.
it.
Thank you so much.
We will put that toward our mic fund.
Can you hear me loud and clear? Yes, because this is Becca's. Thank you so much. That is so sweet and generous of you all. Yes. You guys are so wonderful. Thank you. Kristen, no, thank you. You are so selfless and kind and sweet. And we are so happy that you've taken time out of your day and many days to be here with us. We love you all so much. Yeah. So let me know if there's any last minute questions. We are going to, as Becca always says, skedaddle. We're going to skedaddle and film a vlog talk for you guys. A really fun, funny vlog talk that we get to pop out for you guys on Saturday. It's going to be great. So let us know if you have any questions. Oh, I have my settings in metric and I work in English, but when you go to make it drop down. Oh.
Yeah, that's interesting that it goes from one to the other for you.
So it doesn't stay throughout the whole app.
Yeah, that's annoying.
That is annoying. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. But you already knew what we knew then, but thanks for asking. But thank you guys so much. We will see you later. Check us tomorrow for an organic video or pre-recorded, I'm sorry. The producer in me wants to say organic, pre-recorded. And then on Saturday, you're going to see a Flock Talk, 10 a.m. We're going to be premiering that so you can see us in the chat talking with you as well. But have a super amazing week. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you later.